Good evening, this is Shinigami Moroko, and welcome back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes. Tonight, we'll be taking on Veld, who happens to be a rather obscure but still surprisingly important enemy from the Fire Emblem Thracia 776 game, which takes place roughly around the beginning of the second generation of genealogy of the Holy War. Now, this particular enemy happens to be pretty difficult, so I'm going to basically bring out my strongest team here. First off, I have Brave Ike, whose running was more or less his best particular build. Now, I actually have him with Spurn, which allows him to take advantage of his surprisingly high speed. But thankfully, I actually won't need it for this particular run, because Nullsea Disrupt will be more important, given how some of the enemies have Fire Sweep effect. Now, supporting him will be Brave Lucina, who's running her Refined Gerskogel. I probably butchered that, but anyway, she gives +3 to all stats for units that do physical damage, as well as an extra point of special cooldown, which is pretty nice, honestly. And in addition, she also has joint drive speed, as well as regular drive speed. So she's going to be giving out a lot of speed. Just from being near her allies. And she also has Close Call, which is not really nice for giving her an extra defensive benefit. Along with her is Marth here. As you can tell, this is Resplendent Marth, so he's a little stronger, at least in the stats. I kind of wish he had a better refine, but such is life. Anyway, he gives +2 to all stats to all allies within 2 spaces. He's also running drive speed and drive attack, but he is actually going to be putting in a little bit of effort, taking care of some reinforcements. And finally, we have Peony. I gave her guidance to help increase her mobility, partly because she likes to be a target for Veld's tome, which forces her to have gravity status. Now, thankfully, gravity does not affect aerobatics. And for anyone who gets hit by gravity otherwise, she has guidance and her gentle dream. Really nice thing about her is that she also gives attack and speed buff to anyone in the cardinal direction, north, south, east, west. Up and down directly to the sides in this case. So you'll be seeing Ike get a whole bunch of stat buffs. Oh, for Veld, maybe. See? So yeah, first off, we actually want this for a setup here. You can also go with this, because the main point is going to be getting rid of this and getting Brave Ike into position. Now, the reason I put Peony over here is so she can escape down here, because you don't want these guys coming after her. Thankfully, this isn't really a huge deal. First off, I want to get Ike into position here. Because he's getting the +3 buff from Gentle Dream. As well as the speed buff from both Marth and Lucina. So yeah, he's going to be taking a little bit of damage, but healing most of it right away. Now he's not, obviously he's not getting the speed res solo buff, but that's okay.
Is that your counsel?
Now because of guidance, Marth can actually just rush in and take out this particular mage here, which is pretty nice, honestly.
It's all for you. Orders? Understood. Maybe this way.
As you can see, she's definitely the first to be hit with that particular debuff. So we're going to let Marth take a little bit of damage here, but because of his falchion and renewal skill, he's going to heal most of it up anyway.
It's all for you. Understood.
Now we're going to move Ike here, just so we can have him as an anchor. Because I need Marth to be able to move down here and take out the red bowman here. Now, he's actually going to be staying here. He hardly ever moves, honestly. And thankfully, because of the dance here, we can actually move Lucina away from this axe fighter. Because, trust me, between that and that, she's not going to be ending things well. Now you can see, with Ike, we're getting 20 points of extra speed. Now, you may think I'm crazy for doing this, but part of it is I just want Peony to get some, get a little bit of work in for her. Thankfully, we don't have anything to worry about, because Veld here is going to just be going after Ike here, and this red mage here is going to be losing his buff, so he's not actually going to be doing a whole heck of a lot with Roger Blade. As you can see. And not only that, but Peony actually be getting a little bit of health back. A little bit. Now you'll be seeing Irvan at work here. And not gonna lie, that's actually kind of a cool attack animation. And he's gonna be getting back a lot of the HP that he lost. As you can see, these guys are actually not moving in to break this wall. And I don't know if that's a design choice or if it's just Just a bunch of weirdness.
Good morning.
Thankfully,
Understood.
we don't really need to do anything here. Just give Ike the speed buff here. From here, it's basically just cleanup duty.
Thanks to all.
And to all a good night. I know, really cliched, but I just think it's funny. Anyway, like I said, it's cleanup. That actually gives Ike the +3 to all stats buff from having that go off.
It's all for you.
Now from here, we'll just go ahead and
Certainly.
we'll just go ahead and have Ike clean up the rest of these ranged enemies as well. Now, if I wasn't running Null Sea Disrupt, that bow fighter would be doing plenty of work on Ike here.
Orders. It's all for you. Maybe this way.
And now that we've got this set up, I can actually take advantage of the positioning here, have Ike on this bridge,
For you.
and have everyone give Ike here his in-combat buffs. As you can see, he's running some major speed now. Not to mention his gigantic attack power.
It ends here.
So, now you get to see the power of denying doubles, reducing damage, and just all around insanity. But that's one of the things I love about Ike. He just turned into like the ultimate tank. And with Spurn, he can actually do even more. Although obviously trade-off is that fire sweep effects actually start affecting you again. But thankfully, in this case, it's always good to have the options available. And Spurn has definitely helped me in the past. Because you saw that one point where he had plus 25 to his speed. That is a lot of speed. That bumped it up all the way up to 51. And that's actually fairly compatible with most of the speedier units today. Which definitely makes Spurn here very useful. So anyway, that's the battle. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you liked it, please consider giving a like and a comment on the video, and as well as subscribing for future Fire Emblem Heroes content. Anyway, this is Shinigami Moroku, and I hope you all have a pleasant night.